Bentley and Gamble, the only starters still out on the floor with 4:20 left in the first quarter and counting. At the top of the key, Charlie Bavard into the game for the first time for the Jennies. Hands it off for Holden. Holden gets to the basket. Left-hand layup, too strong. Tried to get it up over Cassidy. Can't do so. Ichabod's trying to run off the rebound. Up ahead, Cassidy has it. Left block, kicks it left wing. Three-pointer up this time for Gamble. Leaves it a little bit too strong, and the Jennies get another rebound. Washburn 0 of 6 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Top of the key for Holden. Has it in her hands. Passes to her left, where she finds Nelson. Nelson hasn't dribbled yet. Now we'll take a couple shuffle-step dribbles to her right and backs things up near the jump circle. Hunter Bentley, the closest defender for Washburn. Screen at the top. Nelson doesn't use it. Charges ahead anyway after the screen backs out. Dumps it off for Holden on the right block. Left it way short. A little baby hook barely grazed the rim. 3:33 on the clock in the first quarter. It is still 5-2. Neither team has scored here in nearly 4 minutes. For Washburn, more than 4 minutes. Willie on the left wing finds Bentley in the left corner. Dribbles back toward the middle of the court with the right hand, trying to take it all the way inside through contact. Her layup hits the side of the rim, no good. But Addison Narber gets the rebound. Washburn trying to reset it with Bentley underneath. They're able to do so. Bentley has the ball poked away. Last touched by the Jennies underneath the hoop. 3:10 to go in the first. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Barrientos back into the game for the Ichabods. Mackenzie Gamble will sit down. Washburn just 1 of 11 from the field here in the early going. McKenna Van Zant into the game for the Jennies for the first time. She spells McAtee. Narber to inbound. Slaps the ball, looking, trying to find someone to pass it in. Gives to the right wing, and Willie now back to Narber in the right corner. Addison, the Phillips, Nebraska native, dribbling, passing right for Willie. Willie tries smoking one inside for Cassidy, and this one is out of the outstretched reach of Lauren Cassidy. That's a turnover for the Ichabods. That's the 4th turnover already for Washburn. Central Missouri has the same number. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Nelson brings it across the divider. Nija Collier back into the game for the Jennies. She's playing with 2 fouls in the early going. The first team All-MIAA pick made earlier today. Macy Debley, the closest defender, as Hackerott is way out from the basket. Passes back to Olivia Nelson, who calls it a signal near midcourt. Now with the dribble, brings it up, doesn't use a screen, tries lobbing a pass back into the middle for Collier, and Lauren Cassidy, who just subbed into the game, is able to rip the ball away, but then in transition, Aubrey Dewey trying to spin around and pass to Debley, falls down and commits a travel. That's a tough turnover for the Ichabods. 7:45 on the clock here in the first half. Still tied at 10. As Bavard heads out for Central Missouri, Morgan Van Hefty back in. McAtee inbounds the ball, finds Van Hefty to start the possession in the front court, moving right to left. Now back to Hackerott, Debley on her. Hackerott with the left, takes it into the paint, now trying to back in on Debley. Debley pushing her back outside, though. Great job on defense underneath by Macy. And now they'll try again with Nija Collier, who gets an entry pass, kicks it right back out for a three-pointer from Hackerott, and a foul on the rebound after a miss. It's called on Lauren Cassidy. Washburn not sure about that one as a collective, but it's called on the Ichabods regardless. 7:28 to go in this first half. That's the 4th foul total on the Ichabods. Inbounded and handed into the left corner. 3 up for Gigi McAtee. Wide open look, and she sinks it. Great screen from Collier right in front of the shot, and McAtee records her first 3 points of the game. 13-10. Jennies back on top of the Ichabods, but Washburn has the ball. Taking it across the timeline is Aubrey Dewey. Dewey finds Barrientos. Hunter Bentley waiting to check back in as Barrientos drives to the lane, left side of the paint, and she finishes with a soft kiss off the glass with the left hand. Barrientos 4 points here in the first half. 13-12, UCM with the lead, trying to answer right back as they hurry into the forecourt from right to left. Into the left corner with it is McAtee. Now back to the top and Hackerott. 8-point lead for the Ichabods. Hannah Willie losing possession of the ball near midcourt. Morgan Van Hefty going for the rip, and she commits a foul over pursuing the ball. Van Hefty with 50 steals on the year entering the game, the MIAA Defensive Player of the Year, and she picks up the foul that time. That's her first. 2 quick ones on the Jennies. Hunter Bentley inbounds it far sideline. That's the right-hand side of the court. Gets it into Aubrey Dewey. Dewey with a left-hand dribble takes it around the arc and pitches to Mackenzie Gamble, who takes it to the middle of the lane, picks up her dribble as she's cut off by Littrell. Her pass back outside to Willie is nearly picked up by Van Hefty, but Willie corrals the ball and finds Gamble. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Long 2 up, and a long 2 good for Mackenzie Gamble. Gamble, who had a career-high 22 in the win over Emporia State over the weekend, is now up to 9 points in this one. 6:50 left in the third stanza of this game. 35-25, a 10-point lead for the Ichabods, their biggest of the game. Jenny's working inside to try to answer. A pass into Grayson Holden is knocked out of bounds, last touched by Macy Debley. Into the game is Charlie Bavard, and Lauren Cassidy will spell Macy Debley as well. Cassidy did not score in the first half, had just one rebound and a steal as well, to her credit. Inbound coming from the baseline, pass to Brooke Littrell underneath the hoop, and Hannah Willie commits a foul. Frustrated with that one, but it might have been the best defensive play because otherwise that's an easy 2 there for Littrell, who will head to the charity stripe instead, trailing by 10. That's the first in this game on Willie. With 6:42 on the clock here in the third, the first free throw is up and good for Littrell, who is now 3 of 3 at the stripe today. An 82% free throw shooter. Bounces the ball 3 times, bends the knees, quick trigger on the release, and make that 4 of 4 at the line. 8-point lead for the Ichabods, 35-27. Aubrey Dewey runs the point, bringing it across the divider from right to left as you listen.